Hi, it's Candace Bryant, your local neighborhood Leander realtor, and I'm here with my friend and colleague.
Carrie Palacios, owner of Temperature Pro here in Leander as well.
And we're talking with Scott Kalam, the owner and operator of Leanderthal Distilling. We're super excited to be talking to Scott. Scott, we're going to come right back to you. We just got a few things to talk about. Sure. We're here to talk about date night, community date night, Leander's only community date night that's going to happen this month on September 28th. That's a Wednesday. It's going to be a little bit different this month. We're going to go from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and it's going to feel more like a happy hour. And right up front, we need to say this is not a date night to bring your kiddos on. So nobody under the age of 21 at this date night. But we have a partnership with somebody that's going to help, that's Learnly and Champion Kids, and they're willing to offer your kiddos a pizza party that night, and we'll talk more about that a little bit later. We're excited because Leanderthal Distilling is a boutique distilling. It's like a boutique lounge here in Leander, and really is a place that holds us true to Leander's kind of new billing of being hipsterbia. And it's a place that serves local Leander spirits, their own spirits, and is a great place to start your holiday shopping. So we're excited to learn a little bit more. So Scott, tell us about the best feature of, would you say this is the Leanderthal Lounge?
The company's really, it's two parts. We've got the manufacturing plant, which is on the other side of the stone wall that you'll see when you visit here. The other part is the lounge here. We're not a bar per se, we're a tasting room for a distillery, so we can only serve mixed drinks with our own products. We can't have any wine or beer or anything like that in the distillery. But I would say our best feature is really, it's a combination of things, really. We put everything at the intersection of quality and affordability. When you come here, the liquors that you'll taste, I believe are second to none in terms of quality. The effort that we put through into making each one, and we make things in a lot of different creative ways, but the quality speaks for itself. And my vision for the company was to really have something accessible to everyone who wants to have a really quality craft cocktail that you can make at home. So you'll find that our prices for our bottles are right in line with what you'd expect from somebody who's saying it's affordable.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, and I also have found when I've come here, he makes these amazing mixed drinks. And not only are they amazing, they taste so delicious, but also they're so affordable. I mean, his drinks range between $6 and $7. Where can you find drinks that cheap? I don't think you can. The other thing that makes this date night different, other than being 21 and up, is that you don't serve food here, but there are local places where you can bring in food or bring something from home, whatever you would prefer. But Scott, so since you don't serve food, looking at all of these amazing drinks that you serve, what would you say is your most popular? What are you known for?
Several things come to mind, actually. First, on the food thing, I think it's important to just emphasize whatever you want to bring here for a meal, you can do that. We've got a bunch of restaurants locally in this plaza that we've got all their phone numbers up on a board behind the bar. So you can have things, you can call and go over and pick them up. You can have a pizza delivered if you want. So in that respect, I like to joke that we have the best food in town because it's whatever you want to bring in. In terms of our drinks, our really probably our champion still is our margarita. I started the company for a product called Tex Agave Blue Agave Spirits, and it's a locally distilled alternative to tequila. It cannot be labeled tequila because it was not made in Mexico. Mexico owns that word like France owns the word champagne. Okay. My product is a little milder and less rustic than any tequila you've ever had. It reminds some people of a rum in certain ways, but it makes a great margarita, and you can use it in any way you would use tequila, and in many ways you would use rum as well. 2 years running, we've been judged the best margarita in the region by readers of the Hill Country News Readers Poll. But close behind that might be our Old Fashioned.
That's the one my husband's hooked on.
And we've got a couple drinks that we developed for more summer type periods. My favorite description of one of them, we call it the Basil Faulty. One customer, she took a drink of it and said, "Oh my God, this is like drinking a garden." and I love that description. We've got another one called Cool as a Cucumber, which is similar. And those are both based in our gin. We use our gin to make both of those. But it's very lemony and vegetable-y and summery. They're both delicious.
So what's going on with the Leanderthal Crush?
Yeah, we haven't had that on the menu in a while.
No?
No. That was an orange-based one, and we leave things up for a while, and depending on how many people order it or not, we'll take it off the menu and replace it with something else.
Okay.
We've got enough of a product line that pretty much anything you would normally enjoy at a regular bar, you can find something that will satisfy you here. Important to say too that all of our drinks we serve come with a warranty. If you are not completely satisfied with the drink you ordered, maybe you went out of your comfort zone and you ordered something we call the Sriracha Cha, and it was a little too spicy for you. Tell us. We don't want anybody choking down a drink here that you're not enjoying 100%. We'll get rid of that. We'll give you a drink that you do want.
That's awesome.
So what type of experience, I mean, you've kind of talked about what folks can expect, but is there an experience like with your bar staff? Is this kind of like a Cheers type of environment? Not a bar staff, tasting rooms.
You can call it. We call it.
That's like, will people remember you, and if you come here several times, will you be remembered, or what type of experience?
Yeah, I always joke that I'm terrible with people's names, but we have regulars that we know by name now.
By name and drink.
By name and drink, yeah, we can get their drink going when we see them walk in the door. But yeah, definitely. I want people to come here and feel a very sort of upscale but still homey-like experience. We've gotten a lot of new people just recently. Most of the time that happens from a regular, they tell their friends about us, and they bring some people in with them, and then eventually they become regulars. So yeah, it's a casual yet still somehow sophisticated environment, I think. We've got a great bartending staff that's very friendly, that will make recommendations, and I'm an open book in terms of if anybody has questions about how we make the various liquors. If you want a recipe for something that we have up on the board, just ask us and we'll give it to you. We want you to know what you can do with our bottles when you take them home.
And you can go online too and look up their recipes.
Yep.
I love that.
That's awesome. And you give tastes of your different drinks. Like,
yes,
you will taste them so that people can know what they're going to buy if they want to buy a bottle.
Yeah, so far we haven't really developed any kind of a tasting flight that we charge for. Rather, I just tell people, if you want to try anything before you get a drink made with it, just ask us, and we have these little tasting cups that we'll give you a little sample of. And usually that's good enough for anybody,
Oh, sure.
So, we may do flights at some point in the future, but honestly, there hasn't been a huge demand for it. People will take a couple drinks of various liquors and then make their decision on a cocktail and go from there.
That's great. That's great. So considering this is date night, so first of all, I want to clarify, it's date night with community, so it doesn't mean it's a romantic date night. We want to get people together, so you can come by yourself, you can come with a friend, with a significant other, it doesn't matter, just come. But one of the things we always like to ask our host is, what to you was either a memorable first date, best date, worst date?
Most memorable first date for me now was with Sherry, my girlfriend and partner here in Leanderthal. She's actually one of the owners. We met on Match.com. I don't know if anybody uses Match.com anymore, but yeah, we and she actually wrote me first, and that's always kind of stuck with me. And she was doing a search for things that we had mutual interests in, as expressed in our profiles. And it was kind of the dog training and competitive community that brought us together, because we were both really active in canine agility at the time. So, and I was thinking, I wish everybody could have experienced the play that the community theater did here about a year ago. It was called Check Please, and it was about a series of really bad blind dates that went horribly wrong at a bar.
That would be so good.
Yeah, when the community theater lost their lease during COVID, I told them if there's ever an opportunity for us to use Leanderthal as like a black box theater or something, let me know. And they ended up sending me a script, and I read it. I thought it was very funny, and it would work with our crowd. So over the course of the weekend, we had 3 sold-out shows that helped them raise some money and kind of get them back on their feet post-COVID. So the most memorable bad dates in my mind, are the ones that I saw in that play about a year ago.
That's awesome. And I actually came to the most recent play, and it
Yeah.
was amazing. I mean, this is a great venue. I didn't even imagine what it would be like before I came. It was perfect.
Cool.
It was great.
Glad you came and glad you enjoyed it. Yeah.
Very
Well,
much.
if they ever want to do that again, let us know. Maybe we can bring our whole date night crew.
Well, the good news is that because of the last play, the confidence that they had from that, and also the money that they raised, they got 100% of the gate. Like, we didn't take any of the ticket stuff. We just made our money on drinks and bottle sales like we normally do. They signed a lease in the plaza next door in a physical space again, so
Oh.
live theater's coming back to
Nice.
Love that.
That'll be
That's
great.
super. And you heard it here.
Yeah,
first.
way off Broadway community
Maybe not
players.
first, but you heard it here.
That's right.
So, in summary, date night this month is Wednesday, September 20. I almost said January 28th. That would be long. September 28th from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. We do have childcare opportunities. We're going to put it in the description on our page. And so look that up. It's Learn Lee and Champions Kids, and they're going to offer a pizza night for the kiddos, and it will be wonderful. Come in your pajamas. They can come in their pajamas if they want.
You can too. We don't care.
I love that you guys are doing that because we are 21 and only. No toddlers, no teens, no babies, no matter how cute they are, as we have on our sign out
Yeah,
front.
I love it.
One of the we get asked occasionally, what's the reason for the policy? And we're a small venue. We're really small. So our occupancy is kind of limited, and we're here to cater to people who are interested in really fine distilled spirits, and obviously anybody under 21. There's really nothing for them here, from drinks to the music in the background, and even sometimes to language. And honestly, I mean, it only takes one baby to interrupt an entire room
Right.
of people's enjoyment. But,
Yeah.
Totally
but
different
yeah,
vibe.
but I love that you guys are doing this because that's. I always tell people, come back and see us when you've got a sitter, and you'll have a great night. And 9 times out of 10, or 99 times out of 100, they come back.
Yay!
So, yeah.
Well, that's
Wonderful.
good. All right, so make sure you bring the fun when you come, because we like to have some fun too and meet our fellow Leanderthals, I guess you could say. All right, Scott, thank you so much for spending this time with us. We always sign off. We're going to say cheers to
Cheers.
you and us, and for Wednesday the 28th.